everybody's. Long time no vlog. I think I tried to vlog like a reading week 2 weeks ago and it flopped. I just started a new job and was stressing. So I was like, I did read. I read at least one book that week, but I started a clip and then never finished it. And I was like, wait, I never finished that. So we're doing it again because I think I can kind of juggle some things better. But again, if it sees the light of day, cool. If it doesn't, it didn't. So the other reason I'm starting this vlog is because I'm actually excited to read some stuff because I was not in the mood to read. And I think it's because I was trying to force the certain books on a TBR that I had planned, and that's just not going to happen. So this week, I believe I'm going to be reading The Kind Worth Saving by Peter Swanson, which is kind of like the companion novel sequel to The Kind Worth Killing, which I loved when I read it last year. I'm just full disclosure, I'm 22-ish% of the way in, and really, like, I'm not loving it, but I'm enjoying it. I don't know where it's going, and I don't know where Lily Kintner's going to come back in, but we're following Detective Kimball, who was kind of in the first book, and he is, of course, a detective, and someone comes into his office and is like, hey, can you follow my husband / his mistress? I want to see if they're cheating. And her name is Joan. And then you just have Joan's backstory and perspective. And yeah, like I said, I don't know where it's going. There are very unlikable, like, morally gray characters in this novel, / in the first one as well. And that's what made me love it. So I'm intrigued to see where it keeps going from there. And then I'm also going to read Iron Gold, baby. I was on the fence, as you guys know, I was on the fence about continuing to read the Red Rising saga because I felt like it ended very well in Morning Star and that it should just have stayed ended. But someone on Instagram convinced me otherwise and that I should really pick it up. So I picked Iron Gold up, and this is set 10 years after the events of Morning Star, and we are still in a war, baby. I don't really know a lot about it, and honestly, if you don't want any spoilers for Red Rising, this is probably not the vlog for you. I'm gonna try to keep it spoiler light. And oh, the other reason why I'm reading that book is because I found the audio on Libby, so I get to listen while I'm on my commute, so that'll be really fun and entertaining for those drives. And yeah, I just want to read and capture the memories of the reading of these books. What's happening this week? This week I am going to both of my jobs. Like I said, I got a new job because life. So I'll try to pick up my camera when I can. I'm also going to try to be a human and not just, like, seeped into gotta make money, gotta blah, blah, blah. I'm going to try to enjoy my life because life is too short. So that is what we're reading this week. Hopefully we finish both of them by the end of it. Oh my goodness. The day got going and then it kept going and I was like, And so there wasn't a lot of downtime at all. So I make it seem like I had this most glamorous and, like, jet-setting life. No, I'm just a girl who's got 2 jobs she needs to do, and tries to do a little reading in between, and it has to people. That's the thing. Peopling is really hard. Like, the 2 jobs I have are now just about me peopling, and it's a little, like, you know, because I'm a little bit of an introvert. So that's the joke about my job, is that I have to deal with people a lot. Which is fine. It's fine. It's just a lot. But what did I even do today? So in between, so I basically, Mondays are weird because I work a morning shift and then I go to my first main job, and then I teach at night. So that basically was the entire day. And in between, I got some good listening done of Iron Gold. And you guys, it's so pure and beautiful. Spoilers right now. Spoilers are on the screen. Beep, bop, beep. So after the events of the third book in the Red Rising saga, we all know that several people died. Roke was a dirty, rotten traitor, and Mustang withheld a whole kid from Darrow, which honestly, I'm still a little butthurt about that. But we have Pax, and now, in the beginning of Iron Gold, we have just, like, them still, yes, like, trying to kind of oversee this system and society changing, which is what makes it so difficult for them. But everyone's older, everyone's kind of tired, and everyone's kind of like, this is not the change that we thought was going to happen, and we're still sacrificing lots of people, but it's for the greater good. And then we've had a little respite, a little relaxation, and now we've just gotten to see our homies have children and be married. Like, I'm living for Victra and Severo right now, and they're nearly 4 daughters, because Severo, apparently, he's just meant to have lots and lots and lots of princesses in his house, and we're here for it. And that's the other thing. It's almost spring, even though it was freezing today. Tomorrow's the first day of spring, so allergy season. Back to my train of thought. Don't want to let it leave the station without me. So yes, the main thing I really got to was Darrow coming back, and he's been without Pax for 2 years, I think. He's been, like, on the road, and Pax has some issues with that, which, as a youth would, when your dad's away from keyboard too long. And what else? I think that's basically it. Like, there's a bunch of little tiny, like, nuanced details that will probably become more clear to me. In fact, I feel like I should have reread Morningstar, or, like, the Red Rising trilogy in general, but I didn't, so oops. But it hasn't been that long since I read the series. So, yes, I'm loving it. And now we've just switched to a different perspective that I don't know about. So, I didn't know there's going to be a different perspective. And I am here for it. Hoiped. And then when it comes to The Kind Worth Saving, no idea what's happening there. I left my Kindle in my car, so I'm going to have to go get that, and then I can read it tonight. I think I'm going to continue reading that one, because it's going to go really quickly, because it's a short book, and it reads very quickly. And now I just want to know, I don't know if I'm spoiling this, but Joan seems a little sociopathic, because, like, the whole thing is Detective Kimball, his past with Joan is that he used to be her English teacher, and so he knew her when she was younger, and her personality and what happened at the school, because there were some crazy things that happened while he was teaching them, and she was there, and we're trying to figure out, at least I'm trying to figure out, how she was involved with them, because it seems like she knew everybody and was, like, on the fringe edges of each social circle enough to be like, oh, that's crazy that happened. Meanwhile, in my mind, I think she has something to do with them. And then I'm also just watching Detective Kimball be a terrible detective. Like, honestly, he just sits in a coffee shop, eats a muffin, sees his person he's looking for, like the mistress of Joan's husband, Richard, and then goes and, like, in broad daylight, goes and tails her and, like, pulls a Yui, and, like, traffic stops and people honk their horns at him because he's not subtle at all. And I'm just looking for where Lily Kintner's going to enter the chat. So that's what's happening. I'm going to eat dinner with my family. And what do I do tomorrow? Tomorrow is chill because somehow I finagled it where I only have to work 2 hours tomorrow, which I'm loving. I don't need to work too much. No, thank you. because in my personal life struggles, it flounders. Oh my gosh, you can see my clothes pile. Do you guys have a chair that you put clothes on? Because I have that, but I put clothes, like I pile it high. And if you do that too, high five. Okay. See ya. Hello, my dudes. It is in fact, 2 days later, I think, from when I last updated you guys, because there were not a lot of updates. I didn't update yesterday because, well, one, I was in a bad mood. People were pissing me off, and that's all I need to say about that one. Side note, why is it, okay, I need to vent, and it's about something stupid. Just my name. Why is it that nobody wants to say my name? And not just that, because I can understand if you don't want to say it, but it's still my name. I don't understand, because I'm meeting a lot of new people because I have a new job. So every day I meet someone new, and you have to say, you know, what your name is. And every single time they go, Ashley Hannah? Like, which one? First, or is that a first and last? Oh, it's a double, and it's my name. If you don't want to say it, that's fine. But it gets met with such derision. It's like, I don't know, there's just a lot of animosity when I say what my name is. So I'm just gonna freaking have a fake name I give people, honestly. But that little thing aside, I was having a bad day yesterday. So, what did I do? I went to class and rehearsal, and I tried to read, and I could not make myself because the kind worth saving was not doing it for me. I don't know. I was like 30% in, and it got a little boring. It got boring. But then, oh wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Then I went to a cupcake place. It was a coworker's birthday, so I bought cupcakes for him. And in hindsight, I should have just taken the time to make cupcakes, but that's like a whole big thing. And, you know, I didn't have time for all that. So he got some store-bought ones, but they were good. And then I came home, made dinner, and tried to read The Kind We're Saving. But I'm in this in-between point I was in this in-between point in the book where nothing was really happening, dude. They were just talking about, like, the inciting thing that happens in the beginning to make it a book, where Joan really wants Detective Kimball to find out if her husband is having an affair with some other person. That's it. And it was going on for so long. And then we had, like, flashbacks to, like, a perspective of someone Joan knew, and Joan when she was younger, I think when she was a teenager, and on summer vacation at a resort. So that was really all that was happening. But then, to this morning in particular, I'm at like 52% of the way in, and we've had a little like flip in which something we thought we knew wasn't the case. So thank you, Peter Swanson, for flipping that, because if it was going to be that cut and dried, it would have been boring and unsurprising, predictable, blasé. So thank goodness we have that switch. So now I'm intrigued again, and now we have I don't think this is a spoiler, but spoiler, we have Lily Kintner back on the scene. So I'm feeling this book. I'm digging it, and I'm going to try not to touch my phone today. I've just been mindlessly scrolling, and that's not cool. It's not good. I should stop that. I'm going to. In a little bit, I need to get ready for class, and then I think I have a little break, and then I work later in the day till closing, so that'll be fun. I'm just a little stressed with life, you guys. It's okay. I'm okay. I'll survive. As it says in the Bible, this too shall pass. Hey, y'all. It is Friday. I don't know when the last clip was taken. Probably Tuesday. But I finished a book. And I'm upset that it took me so long to finish it, because it was the sequel to a book that I really loved last year, and I just didn't enjoy this one as much. I'm waffling between a 3 and a 2.75, honestly. Just because it was it felt unfinished. It felt underwhelming, and I wanted to be at least whelmed. And basically, the twist happened, and so then it was like, cool, the twist happened. And then I kind of expected something else to happen, but then we were just kind of with different characters receiving the same information, and then like a thing happened with that twisty character, and it was, I don't know if that was meant to be shocking, but it wasn't. It felt very like, this is where the story is going. And then it kind of followed the plot line of the first book. Now, I did enjoy Lily Kintner, love, and I think it's not a spoiler that she's in this novel because it's literally called Detective Kimball and Lily Kintner. So it's not surprising that she's in it. And I enjoyed being back with her and her morally grayness. But yes, I enjoyed being with her and her parents, and honestly, the best parts are her dad, David Kintner, I believe. Her dad is one of the best characters. And then it ended. And it was a little anticlimactic because I knew it was going to happen. So, I just think it was weirdly too long, but it's a short book. I'm underwhelmed, like I said. I don't know if there's going to be a third book. I don't think I would read it at this point because this one was just not great. Yeah, no other words to say about this book. Yeah, just kind of meh, kind of there. So, that one I got on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm going to return that one and pick something else up. So, on Monday, I had started listening to Iron Gold, so I will continue listening to that today. Specifically during when I wash my hair, because y'all, I gotta wash my hair. It needs to happen. And so I have a good 2 hours to listen to something while I do my hair. And then I also got from Libby the audio of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So that is what I'm going to be rereading or re-listening to. So yeah. And after about 1:30 or 2 o'clock, I am done for the day. So I have a lot of time to just read before tomorrow when I work more. I think I work like 12 to 8 tomorrow. So, yep, that's what's happening. Good morning, y'all. It is the next day, and I did indeed wash my hair, so that is a great relief. Now I don't have to worry about being fluffy-headed. Although I'm still kind of fluffy-headed. I don't know. What has happened since I saw you? Oh, I made dinner last night. It was pretty yummy. It's just nice and simple. A nice, like, clam sauce meal with linguine. A1. And today, oh, it's kind of gloomy outside. Ew. But today, I have a 12 to 8 shift, so I'm going to do that. Fun, fun. And it's the morning, and I'm just kind of chilling until I have to leave, get ready. I am actually reading. I'm listening to Iron Gold, and I'm about, I want to say, like 150 pages in, and I am enjoying this so much. I don't know what's happening because, like I said before, I feel like I should have reread the last book, but it's coming back to me in pieces, like the characters' names and all the families and the houses and all that good stuff. It's coming back, and the fun thing is like reading about the characters, of course, 10 years later. Like we have, spoiler again, I'm just gonna put this up for the entire clip of this summation. So we have Lysander, who was our little like princely boy in the other books in the first trilogy, and he is back, and he is 10 years older, and he's a man, and he's gallivanting with Cassius, and they're on a ship together, getting up to all sorts of things. And none of this is very lighthearted, honestly. None of this book. Although there are some, like, light moments where there's some levity sprinkled in, mostly with Ephraim's chunks. And Ephraim was our guy who, was he engaged? Yeah, he was engaged to Trig. I was right. So we have him, and he basically has been, like, stealing things for a collector, and he doesn't know who it is, and his life is feeling extremely purposeless. So I don't know how he's gonna factor into the whole story, because there's so many moving parts in this novel right now. We have Lyria, who is a red, who, honestly, she's going through it right now. She really is. We have her perspective, we have Ephraim's perspective, then we have Lysander's perspective, and Darrow's perspective. So there's so much happening. I don't know how it's all going to come together, but I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. So end of those spoilers. And then what else is happening? Oh, I don't know why, but last night I was like, I want to read Atlas Shrugged. So then I started Atlas Shrugged. You guys, I'm not well. I started Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. And tell me why I want to read this. Like, that's all I want to read right now. I really like it. I don't know what it's about yet. All I've gotten to so far is our main character, Eddie Willer. And he works for a transcendental...
It's transcontinental, you dummy.
...company, a train company. And nothing's really happened so far, but I like the writing style, and I like the things that are being said. It's a very, I feel like it's a very introspective book. And so now I just want to read that behemoth, and I'm like, oh, I'm already reading like 3 other books. Oops. So that's happening. So, and then I also got the audio of Harry Potter #2 to read, so... Oops. So, what has happened so far this morning is that I've been reading, and I have just been looking forward in my Hobonichi cousin to next month, April, because that's going to be a confusing month to me, because there's some there's some conflicts in my schedule for the 2 jobs I have, so I'm going to have to like sit down and like write out when I need to be where. But other than that, life is lifing. Life is lifing. And you know what? It's a blessing. That is your signal for today. If you got this far in the video, life is a blessing. It can be utterly depressing at times, but you know what? When it's good, it's good. And even when it's bad, it's still good in some ways. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna continue reading, and I need to pack my lunch. That needs to happen. This is just me doing a to-do list. Read, pack my lunch, go to work, come home, do it again tomorrow. All right.
I indeed got ready, which means I just put my hair in a ponytail and kept it pushing. But before I go ahead and get my phone set up with one of my directions, because even though I know where I'm going, you best believe I still put in the GPS every single day because, you know, the route could change and it gives me my estimate time, and I need it as a Virgo. I need all of that information. And then I'm also going to put on an audiobook. I'm trying to roll the dice and decide which one I'm going to read, which one I'm going to listen to. Either Iron Gold or Harry Potter. I have not decided yet. So I wish I had like a live way of asking you which one I should listen to. I think I might, let's go with Iron Gold to listen to during my drive, my commute. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was that, oh, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to listen to Iron Gold in the car because I have Teenage Dirtbag stuck in my head and I can't get it out, and that makes it really hard to read because it's on loop. Teenage Dirtbag. I don't know why. I don't know why it's stuck in my head and I can't get it out. I think I'm just rambling at this point. Is this going to be one of those hour-long vlogs? It might be. It might be. Oh, and then the other thing I wanted to say was that I have been living for all of these videos that say BookTube has changed and why I don't do book talk anymore. As a hater of book talk, I'm living for it. And yeah, that's all I had to say about that. I don't do, obviously you guys know, I don't do book talk because I think I'm a little too old for it. It feels like it's the commodification of reading, and like reading as a personality is just all that there is. When we are humans, we are multifaceted. But then again, if you like book talk, that's cool. I just don't. Was this clip going anywhere? I don't know, I might scrap this entire thing, but I'm going to turn on my audiobook and drive to work, and hopefully I'll be able to listen to an audiobook on my lunch break. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Vernon had even padlocked Harry's owl, Hedwig, inside a cage to stop her from carrying messages to anyone in the wizarding world. Harry looked nothing like the rest of the family.
I forgot that I left you completely in my car, so hello again. After you saw me listening to Harry Potter #2 in my car with my lunch and my coffee, while somebody was definitely looking at me from the other car in the parking lot, c'est la vie. Then I continued to work the night away, and then today is Sunday, and you can't tell it, but I just got back from work. Maybe you can tell it from my eyeshadow. That's the only thing I paint on my face, my eyes. And yeah, worked the morning, got a little bit of reading done this morning, had to get there like 9-ish, so not too much of a dent, but honestly, that's pretty good for not being able to dedicate an immense amount of time to reading. I feel like, what do I feel like for this book? I feel like I'm gonna like it, I'm just not in it yet, but I want to be in it, if that makes sense. I'm kind of just not in the mood for it at the moment. So that's the unfortunate bit. I feel like I've just started and stopped so many books recently. But I did finish a book this week and started 2, maybe 3. Technically, I think I did start Atlas Shrugged, which is probably not a good idea. But you will see next week if I end up continuing, or if I end up starting a new vlog, you will see whether or not I actually will read that book. But I feel like this is a very realistic reading vlog where, you know, actually to be an adult and not put things off. So, I think that concludes this vlog. I might show my dinner, I might not. I don't even know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. I should read, and I should do some laundry as well, but I don't want to. And then I should edit this vlog, right? Yeah. So, yeah, if you enjoyed any of this, give it a thumbs up, let me know. Subscribe, and I will talk to you guys again in the next video, which will probably be a vlog. Hope you guys have a great day or night, whenever you're watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.